What's up, my awesome YouTubers? Ryan1988 or Justin back here to do a video for you guys. Today's video, I'm here to do my Vinegar Syndrome, or finally do my Vinegar Syndrome haul with things that I picked up during their Black Friday deals, and 3 things that I picked up just last week. They finally came in the mail a couple days ago. So I want to talk about all the Vinegar Syndrome pickups, and I also want to go over one Kino Lorber Blu-ray release that actually got released today, that I got in the mail today. So I'm looking forward to watching this classic movie, well, classic movie in my opinion, and its new Blu-ray transfer. So anyway, guys, I hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys had a great week last week. I can't remember the last time I did my other video. I took kind of an absence from making YouTube videos for about a week. I kind of needed, just a little bit of a break. Mentally just needed a break, and just in general with social media, a lot of things went on last week. I don't want to kind of get into it. We had, something very sad and depressing happen, but don't want to talk about that. I am feeling better though. I just needed a break from pretty much all social media. So I hope you're all doing well. I hope you guys have a great week. It is Tuesday. So have a great week, guys, and a great weekend coming up if you don't hear from me again until next week. So anyway, guys, let's get started with these cool pickups. I'm looking forward to finally showing you guys all the Vinegar Syndrome stuff I did get, and the one Kino Lorber title. So the first thing is Buried Alive. This is the only Kino Lorber title I picked up. This is the one that came out today. I am so excited to finally rewatch this movie on Blu-ray. This is a made-for-TV movie from 1990, directed by Frank Darabont, who's known for directing Shawshank Redemption, Green Mile, The Mist. I'm probably missing some movies or produced or written stuff that he's done. But, he's, pretty well known. He's known for directing a lot of Stephen King adaptations. I'm a big Frank Darabont fan, and for the longest time, I did not know he directed this until they announced the Blu-ray. I saw that he directed this movie. Buried Alive is a underrated 90s TV movie that not a lot of people talk about, but I am so happy that Kino Lorber released this on Blu-ray. This one surprised me because, again, not a lot of people talk about this. It is starring Jennifer Jason Leigh, Tim Matheson, and I'm probably going to butcher his last name, but William Atherton. All 3 of them on the cover there. If you guys don't know what Buried Alive is about, it is about this kind of hometown guy, Tim Matheson. He's living kind of in, I believe, his hometown that he grew up in. Loves to live like a simple life, and his wife, Jennifer Jason Leigh, resents him for that. She wants to live more of like a lavish, rich, lifestyle, live in the city. And he doesn't want to do that. So she and her boyfriend, a local doctor in town, pretty much plot to kill Tim Matheson by poisoning him, which they eventually do, and he's pronounced dead at the time and is buried and has the funeral and everything. However, that poison did not kill him, and he wakes up in a coffin, buried alive, and once he gets out, he seeks revenge on his wife and her lover. I love this movie so much. Again, one that I grew up with. I saw it on TV several times. Again, made for TV movie, which when I saw it growing up, I did not know that. I thought this movie was something that went to theaters. It came out when I was around 2 years old, so, obviously I didn't see it then. I remember seeing it like in the early 2000s, watching it on USA, and also watching its sequel, Buried Alive 2, which if this does well, I would love for them to release Buried Alive 2 with Ali Sheedy. She's in that one, and Tim Matheson comes back. So the biggest thing that I always remember about this movie is the climax of the film. The third act is really good, really effective, which I'm not going to give that away. If there is a trailer, stay away from the trailer just in case they do give things away in that trailer. And go into this movie just open-minded or not really knowing anything about it except for the plot that I told you. I think it is a great one. I look forward to rewatching it on Blu-ray. Checking out the small bonus features that they have, which they don't really have too many things. They have auto commentary, and they have an interview with William Atherton, the character right here on the front. He comes back and talks about the movie. I wish they would have got Jennifer Jason Leigh or Tim Matheson. I think that would have been great, or Frank Darabont. The auto commentary is by an entertainment journalist and author, Brian Rezaman, who I believe wrote the book that the movie's based off of. But check out Buried Alive, guys. It is highly recommended. That is one of my favorites growing up, and I absolutely love that. Looking forward to rewatching that on Blu-ray. I remember being so excited to find a burned DVD at a convention and buying that, and also buying Buried Alive 2. Again, those movies are so great, so I hope that we get Buried Alive 2 on Blu-ray as well. So now going into my Vinegar syndromes, the first two things I picked up were actually just the slipcovers, the newly artworks, or the newly commissioned artwork slipcovers that they released for these two movies. If you guys didn't know, I don't think they have them available now. You can buy these slipcovers separately for $7.99 from Vinegar Syndrome. So they had these two, and I think two more that I know one of them I bought, I bought the Blu-ray for the first time, but it came with the slipcover. But you can buy these two slipcovers alone at the time during their Black Friday deal, and also two other slipcovers. But I went with Witch Trap, which I already had the Blu-ray, but I wanted the slipcover. And I'm a big fan of this movie. This is a really cheesy 80s movie that came out during the late 80s, I believe 89. Directed by Kevin S. Tenney, who also directed Witchboard 2, and Night of the Demons. But Witch Trap is one of his most underrated ones. It's one of those, I guess you can consider so bad it's good movies, but I remember watching this movie for the first time, renting it on VHS, along with Witchboard. And I remember loving it, and then watching it years later thinking it's really cheesy, but I do love the film. So, again, I just got it for... Is that backwards? No, it's not. I just got it for the slipcover. I had the movie, or I had the Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray already. So there's nothing new there. And if you do get the movie with the slipcover, you're not getting anything new with the Blu-ray. So if you get the Blu-ray with the slipcover, and say you already have the Blu-ray of it, you're not going to get anything new with it. You're just getting the new slipcover. And again, I bought the slipcover separately for $7.99. I don't know if they have that deal going on anymore where you can just buy the slipcovers. The next one was Don't Go in the Woods, or Don't Go in the Woods Alone, another fun 80s movie. One of my favorite slasher movies. It's definitely one of those so bad it's good movies. It's not going to be for everybody. There's the back with the shadow of the killer. I love 80s slasher movies, guys. They're some of my favorites, and I love, in the woods slasher movies, which this one is. Again, the movie's not going to be for everybody, but say if you love the film, or say if you own the Blu-ray copy of it, which is right here, and again, you're not getting anything new with the Blu-ray itself, but you are going to get the slipcover if you buy the movie again. You're just going to get the new slipcover. But say if you do love the movie, if you don't have the Blu-ray already, pick it up because you do get the cool slipcover. But once again, I bought the slipcover separately. So if that's still available, and say you have the Blu-ray but you want the slipcover, I highly recommend picking it up. I think they did such a great job with both these slipcovers. So Witch Trap and Don't Go in the Woods Alone. So now going on to the Blu-rays that I picked up with all the slipcovers, because I did not have these Blu-rays already. The first one is Silent Madness. So I picked this one up during their Black Friday deals. I remember this movie. I have a burned DVD of it that I got at a convention, and I never thought we would get Silent Madness in 3D. I remember seeing this image, or seeing the original artwork in the slasher movie book, or the Teenage Wasteland slasher movie book, seeing this cover in that book and really wanting to see the movie. It took maybe 8 years before I bought the burned DVD But I highly recommend that book, by the way, which it's over there with my other books. But I believe in the US it's called the Slasher Movie Book. So look that up on Amazon, or if you can get it with the original title, which the original title is from the UK, which is Teenage Wasteland. I recommend getting that book if you love slasher movies. But yeah, I remember seeing the image from that book, and when I saw the movie finally on that burned DVD, I really enjoyed this slasher movie, this little unknown slasher movie. So I'm glad that Vinegar Syndrome released this on Blu-ray. So there's that slipcover. There is the original artwork that I remember quite a bit, and I love that the slipcover kind of resembles pretty much the original artwork. But there's that. And there's the back of it. And loaded with bonus features. Once again, Vinegar Syndrome does such a great job with that. And there's some 3D glasses. So the cool thing about this too is you are getting, not only are you getting the 2D version, which I'll normally just watch it in 2D, but you are getting two different 3D versions. So you can watch the old school 3D with the glasses, or if you have a 3D Blu-ray player and a 3D TV, you can watch the new kind of 3D format that they have. So that's really cool. But there's the inside, which, let me turn these around if I can. I'm not going to do it. But there's the original artwork. There's, I believe, one of the original artworks right there. And I just kept that artwork when I take the slipcover off. But you do get the choice of using that artwork too, which I think is pretty cool, but I love the original artwork. I know it came out in the 80s, but it screams 80s, and I love that. So there's Silent Madness. I'm looking forward to checking out the bonus features, watching the movie in the new Blu-ray format, and I'll pretty much just watch it in 2D, but I might check out the old school 3D. I don't have a 3D Blu-ray player or 3D TV, so I can't watch the new format that they have. But that's really cool that they give you all those options. And I don't know how much it is now. I remember paying $30 for this, and then it went up the original price of $44.98, I believe. I believe you can also get it on Amazon, and I think it's slightly cheaper on there. Again, I could be wrong, but I remember, I think it was my buddy Resident Vania told me that over the phone, that he picked it up on Amazon because I think it was $30 there. So if you can get your hands on it, or I think it's still available, I would highly recommend picking it up. Again, available to still order from Vinegar Syndrome or Amazon. The next one is the other one that I got during their Black Friday deal, and that is Fade to Black, which another one that I saw last year for the first time and thought it was great. It's a pretty, not intense movie, but a pretty serious kind of slasher thriller about a guy who is into films, and he kind of gets sucked into the world of films, and becomes all these characters, dresses up as them, kind of gets in the mindset of them, and I remember really enjoying this movie, so looking forward to giving it another watch. I know for the longest time you can get the only way to get the movie was either if you went to a convention and there was a burned DVD, but Anchor Bay had a DVD out. They released it that went out of print, and it was going for a lot of money. So I'm glad that Vinegar Syndrome released Fade to Black. But there is the inside of Fade to Black, which I like the original artwork the most. That's why, I just kept that original artwork. And I like that the slipcover went with the original artwork. However, you can also get the other kind of slipcover version with the new artwork that they came up with, or one of the different artworks you can get, and which is pretty much that artwork there on the disc, and that artwork there. So you can get a slipcover with that one, but I'm not a big fan of that artwork. I think it looks pretty cool, but I'm just gonna stick with the original artwork of Fade to Black. But anyway, guys, great movie again. I highly recommend it. And once again, I look forward to watching the transfer. I have yet to watch any of these transfers. I need to get to that and watch them soon. So I look forward to that. The next one, I've never seen this movie. I really didn't hear about this movie up until they announced the Blu-ray release, and I had some buddies of mine pick this one up, and I did a second order where I got this one and 2 other films that I'm going to talk about, and it is Don't Panic, and that's the original title there, which I do not want to butcher the title, so I'm not even going to say it. But in the US, it's called Don't Panic. So it came with the slipcover, which I was really happy with. I love this artwork. It looks a lot of fun. I hear it's pretty much kind of like a Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2 ripoff. But I love that artwork. So I'm looking forward to checking this out. I don't know too much about this movie, guys. I haven't seen it yet. But there's kind of the alternate artwork for Don't Panic, which I really like that. There's the back of it. And then just want to make sure there was nothing like too graphic on there, which there isn't. Don't panic there, or just don't panic. And then there is the artwork that's on the slipcover and with the US title Don't Panic. But anyway, guys, I have no idea what this movie's about. Again, I've only heard that it's pretty much a Nightmare on Elm Street 1 and 2 kind of rip-off of those 2 movies. So, looking forward to watching Don't Panic. I've heard good things about it. My buddy Doug and Brian watched it, and they said it was really good. So, I'm looking forward to checking that out. Going on, so this movie here I had the old DVD of, and I remember loving it, so I had to pick up the Blu-ray of it, and that is Nightmare Sisters. So they had a previous Blu-ray release from Vinegar Syndrome, but they re-released it with the slipcover. I did not have the Blu-ray, so I got the Blu-ray with the slipcover. But again, if you purchase it just for the slipcover, just to let you know, it is the same Blu-ray if you already have it. You're just getting the new slipcover. But Nightmare Sisters, Linnea Quigley, Brooke Stevens, Michelle Bauer. The reason why I'm showing this part of the slipcover first is it's about these 3, friends that live together. I believe they're college students, and they're not the most liked people. They're not the most popular people. I hate to say it. They're not the most attractive people to a lot of guys around the college campus. However, they get kind of this. I remember they get this like a globe, maybe. I'm probably saying that wrong. Pretty much, I think one of those globes where you could tell the future. I'm saying it wrong, I know I am. But they get that, and they wish to be beautiful. And so, this is what they originally looked like. And then once they get, transformed, that is what they look like. So, and once they look like this, there's something wrong with them. They're kind of demon-like women, and they pretty much kill men. That's the idea of the film. It is super fun. I remember very little about the movie, so me giving you guys the plot, it's probably a very terrible plot. But Nightmare Sisters, I love the slipcover. So again, this is the before, how they are in the beginning of the movie. But once they get their wish to be beautiful and popular, that is what they look like. Again, Linnea Quigley's in this, Brooke Stevens, Michelle Bauer. I remember it being a lot of fun, and I look forward to rewatching it on Blu-ray. Again, I did not have the Blu-ray of it, so there is the previous Blu-ray that came out. So again, this is the first time I'm going to see it on Blu-ray, but there's that original artwork there. There's the back. And it looks like it has some pretty good bonus features on it. And then there's the inside. And I don't want to give kind of like the inside artwork away, but it's not reverse artwork. But again, once they kind of become these more attractive women, or they become the beautiful women that they want to be, there's something wrong with them. So I don't want to give too much away if you've never seen it. If you love B movies though, if you love fun B movies, if you love these iconic 80s scream queens, check out Nightmare Sisters. I love the slipcover so much. I'm glad it came with it, and I look forward to rewatching it. So there's the spine there. And then the last thing I picked up, and originally I wasn't going to get this. I just bought the Stinky Tuna Blu-ray not too long ago. But I've heard really good things about this 4K transfer. It is a film I grew up with. And this is an amazing edition of this film. And that is Beastmaster. So I love the detail in this thing. Like, I'm glad I picked it up because I think there's so many limited copies of this edition alone. I don't know if they're going to re-release just a standard 4K Blu-ray combo of it, but I'm glad this was available, and it was still the same price of $44. Normally this is $59 on their website, so, or $60. $59.98 I believe is the original price. But there's Beastmaster. Huge fan of this movie. I grew up with it. I love this artwork. So you're getting this like nice like hard shell outer box, which I think is amazing. And then when you open it up, you get that there, which is really cool. And there's so much detail inside this set. So when you take out all the stuff, you get that artwork there. And then on the inside, you get a booklet, which is really cool. Very detailed, a lot of behind-the-scenes stuff and pictures, behind-the-scenes pictures and just images from the movie. And then you get the 4K Blu-ray combo in a slipcover itself. And I love that gloss to it. I think that's really cool. There's the back. And then the inside with the original artwork. Very neat. I hear it has a lot of bonus features, and rest in peace to Tanya Roberts, who's the lead female character in this. She passed away this past week, and that's really sad to hear because I've always loved Tanya Roberts and A View to a Kill and so many other films and television work. But Beastmaster was one of her most well-known movies. Tourist Trap, I remember that one. So rest in peace, Tanya Roberts. I had to mention her. But then you open it up, and you get the 4K. And then you get two Blu-ray. So I did not know it came with two different versions of the movie. So I believe this is the original Blu-ray version or the theatrical version. Then you get a different version on this Blu-ray disc. So that's really cool, along with bonus features, which, again, I gotta dive into everything, so I might do separate reviews of this stuff later on. But you also get different artwork there as well. So very cool. Yeah, I grew up with this film. Don Coscarelli, I'm probably saying his name wrong. Really awesome guy I met at a convention. He also directed the classic Phantasm, which I love that film, where he directed the first 4 Phantasm movies. You know, kind of a underrated director, but a lot of the stuff that he's done is either classic films or cult classic movies. Don Coscarelli, there we go. But I'm a big fan of his work. Again, I love this movie. I grew up with it, so I look forward to finally rewatching this on 4K. I didn't even watch the Stinky Tuna Blu-ray. Again, I wasn't originally going to get this set, but the price was right. I was talking to Stephanie, Movie Chatter. We were talking about the film, and I believe she said that the transfer was great, or she had picked it up to check it out on 4K. And so I picked it up. So shout out to Movie Chatter Stephanie, one of the best people on here. But yeah, I'm looking forward to checking out the transfer and checking out the bonus features. So even if you have a Blu-ray, just the Blu-ray, a Blu-ray player, this is worth picking up, guys, because you get the Blu-ray, you get 2 different versions of the movie on Blu-ray, you get the 4K, and you get all the bonus features, which I believe and again, I'm going to go through this more in detail later, but I think you get all the bonus features on the Blu-rays. I don't know about the 4K. Again, I'm just checking this out, or I'm going to be checking it out for the first time, so I don't know all the detail on it, but looking forward to watching it finally after not watching it for so long. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, guys. Sorry if I seemed a little out of it. You know, took a break. I needed a little bit of a break, a kind of a mental break for me after kind of what seemed like, well, it was a rough week last week. So, you know, haven't made a lot of videos. You know, I made a video last weekend, I believe. So I'm going to get back into making more videos, guys. I'm sorry for kind of that brief absence, but I am back. There is the Kino Lorber title that I picked up, and there is all the Vinegar Syndrome stuff. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I really appreciate it. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles, and so much love to you all. Again, if I seem out of it, I do apologize. I'm a little rusty, but I will get to making more videos soon. So anyway, guys, you guys are awesome. You guys rock. I'm repeating all this. I don't care. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. In with the positive, out with the negative. Go eat some Skittles, and so much love to you all. And I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, bye.